right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Is PastorDowell. Listen, we live in a very ruthless, cold, hard, cruel world. And the people in it is what makes it ruthless. And there is a lot of people who you think that is close to you. Even they have envy and harsh visceral towards you. You may not know it until a time comes, whatever that time may be. And when it does come, if you were discerning, it wouldn't shock you at all. You'll keep your composure because you already knew the attitude. You already knew the mindset of a person. But if you totally trusted in these people, and I'm not saying anybody got anything to hide or anything, I'm just trying to tell you just straight up how people are. People expect more out of you than they are capable of producing themselves. And not only that, people are very harsh judges of you, more so than they are themselves. And I think I narrowed it down over the years, exactly what all this comes down to and what it's all about. You see, when people have a lot of hate of themselves, they extend that hatred to others. And they don't care. They don't care how much you have done for them. They don't care what you have done for them. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make no difference at all. And the one thing I've learned, especially being in the ministry, is that, people would just lie. They would just flat out lie. But the one thing you can't ever hardly get people to do, you see, out in the world, they have a system that if they use the legal system against you, you're going to be threatened with jail time. And so, therefore, you go. You go to the courts and blase. There's nothing like that when people have slander, libel. I mean, there's just nothing. And most of them insulate themselves. I mean, I'm sure that if you got any platform whatsoever at all, and if you're living your life doing good, doing the best that you can, especially when you're in the help and service of others, you're going to have those people out there that's going to be critics and critical of you. And whenever you get someone that has a very negative response and a negative attitude towards you, and you don't even know these people, you never seen these people, what you're watching is the action and function of old-fashioned envy. Did y'all hear that? Envy. So when people have envy against you, they will attack you, and they wait for the moment to attack you. Like I said, you may have never met these people. You haven't even talked with them. You haven't done nothing to them. They don't know you. You don't know them. Totally irrelevant. They will use whatever platform they have now, because the internet gives everybody a big platform. And they're going to slander you. Woo, they're going to do it. What you have to do is adopt the same attitude as PastorDowell. What is that, PastorDowell? You don't give a damn. You really, truly don't give a damn. Because, the majority of the people that secretly hate you and try to do things against you, they won't face you because they're cowards. But that's not the direction of this video. I'm just trying to inform you. And your greatest enemies and your greatest foes are they of your own household. Your household could include people who live around you, or your own family members. They will be the most vicious towards you. And in all this viciousness, when you ask them to take an assessment of their life and ask them what benefit have they been towards anyone, they can't give you an answer. This is just the world we live in. Now, on the flip side, there are some very honorable, some very tactful, some very respectful, some beautiful people in this world, but they're just so few. What you need to do is you need to learn who those peoples are. And you need to cultivate a relationship with them and build that relationship until your days expire. Because there's not a friend like an old friend. And with that said, I'm going to send a shout out to Straightway Community, because they are my old friends. There's not a friend like an old friend. And just like the book says, there's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. And there's a friend that love at all times. That's Straightway Community. I am surrounded by people who are fallible and flawed. That includes me, myself. And yet and still, I see them being perfected every day, including myself. But I tell you what, I have the privilege of being surrounded by honorable elders, brothers, sisters. I truly do. I mean, I'm just a blessed man. I have a good home life. And those are your focus, and those are your attention. You know, those friends, those old friends. Because if you have a new friend, try him, prove him, test him, and believe you me, something will take place that will try the limits of every friendship. I promise you that. And you'll know then. Because let's just tell the truth. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. That's the truth. That doesn't mean that we're sinning. That doesn't mean that we're transgressing against anyone. No, it doesn't. But I've learned this also in life. And here is, you know, when people sit down with me, and I do a lot of marriage counseling, they ask me, what's the things that I should do in this marriage, Pastor? I said, I got 3 of them. They said, what is that? I said, the first one is communicate. Then they'll sit and look at me and I won't say nothing. And then they'll say, well, what's the second one? I said, the second one is just like the first. Communicate. Then they'll go, what's the third one? I said, the third one is just like the first 2. Communicate. A breakdown of communication gives place to innuendo and an idle mind. And the majority of people who don't know what's going on in this world, you know, spiritual entities and stuff, they have no idea that there's a war that is waging in the minds of people. And most people think that they're functioning out their own volition when they really truly are giving place to something that's well beyond them. But however, if you communicate, you could dispel a lot of things, because sometimes we accuse people of things when the truth is it wasn't even in their heart at all. And we have to become very good listeners. We really truly do. So communicate, communicate, communicate. Communicate is the exchange and flow of information from one person to another. That's communication. And leadership, if you're going to be a good leader, leadership is the process of influencing men or women in such a manner in order to accomplish the task at hand. And I tell you what, I just hope that some way, somehow, that I've said something to, you know, help you. I really, truly do. But that's the whole reason why my channel is here. I probably get who knows how many questions and emails a day. But I hope it helped. I hope it helped. Take heed to my advice. And listen to this. This is probably the best advice I can give you, period. If there is anyone against your person, really, and I'm not talking about someone who has been a positive influence in your life, you know, that they try to reprove you, rebuke you, correct you, and admonish you just to, you know, to make sure you stand on the path. I'm talking about someone that's an enemy, that's a known enemy. You accept no man's person against you whatsoever at all. And do not care one bit about what they think. Do not care one bit about what they say. Don't care one bit about what they act or how they act. None whatsoever at all. You be a man or a woman, and you know it in your heart, of impeccable character. Be impeccable. Be a man and a woman of your word. They used to be the seal. Many, many years ago, people had to be people of their word. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.